Okay, so it's time for chapter 2 of Tainted Grail. So as you recall, we left Boar at the whitening, where he'd managed to wake up that menhir. So now we have to crack on with some stuff to find out what our next quest is. I've gone through and sorted all the cards, so all we need to do is turn over the top card and we can crack on, he says, trying to find his glasses. Oh, there they are. So the island opens up before you with its countless trails and possibilities. As you walk on, you realise it's been a long time since you wandered this far from home. What should you do now? Quest. We have to complete one of the following. Investigate the fate of the first expedition, finding its trail in the west. Reach Camelot in the east to obtain help from its ruler. Or explore the island and find a different way to progress in the story. Voila! Place one random event card on the top of the event deck. Bosh, done. So, here's the boy. This is what it's on currently. We are over here on the big map. So it's time to start the day, isn't it? So, start the day. Remove expired menhirs and discard locations. Reduce all time. Boop. That one goes down to 8. That one goes down to 3. Any time tokens to reveal? Nope. That was the event card. It's now time to do some things. Now, I haven't got much energy. Bugger all, in fact. What's this do? That'll do a dream. I don't remember if I've had that dream there or not. Now, because of my festering wound, if I become exhausted, I will take damage. Now, I'm going to be exhausted any bleeding way. So, we might as well do a funky gibbon. Go somewhere. Let's go to... Well, let's have a look at the big map and see if we can work out what we want. So, this is Knack, this is where we lived. So currently we're reckoning we're probably about here. So we could go eastwards to try and find the location of where the expedition went. Camelot, which is up here. Or we can just mooch around and see if there's anything else that we can find. So, what shall we do? Let's go. Let's go. Well, we're low on food, so we're going to need food as well. These are all things we've got to look at. Let's go to the Hunter's Grove. So it's going to cost us 1 point. Pop. We've become exhausted, so my festering wound gives me a bit of grief. But I'm at the Hunter's Grove. Now, I'm not going to do anything else for today. I'm going to rest. So that'll be the end of the day. And I'll just check the end of the day. Consume 1 food, nom nom nom, to restore 1 health and lose 1 insanity, but that's not a problem. Restore that to full. Oh, sorry, I was exhausted, so I can only get up to 4. Wow. Boo. Advance character by spending experience points. Modify your dex. If you're in a location with a squiggly, you get a dream. Ooh, we get a dream. I don't remember if I've done Hunter's Grove, so I'm going to do the dream anyway. And it's 102. Dream and nightmare. If you have part 2 of morning song status, you sleep a dreamless night. Otherwise, let's just check my statuses. Let's face it, there's quite a few of them. what was it? The morning song. Like the morning song. No, I haven't got any of that. So, you drift off under this ochre-painted constellation into a restless sleep where you chase a young dove in the hills just outside of Connacht. You wake early in the morning in a cold sweat with several fresh cuts. A taste of blood fills your mouth. Beside you, raw pieces of meat lay carefully wrapped in leaves. If you don't have the Hunter's Mark status... I don't think I have Hunter's Mark status, do I? Hunter's Mark? No, I do not. Each character gains 2 food, then gains the Hunter's Mark. So, nominy nom nom nom, and we've now got the Hunter's Mark. Whatever that is. Hunter's Mark. Bish, bash, we'll have that. So it's a new day, it's a new dawn, so, start of a new day. The Menhirs goes down to... There's a 7 on here. Come on, it's a D8 for God's sake. 7. That one goes down to 2. I hear dogs barking in the distance. What must that be? So today, shall we explore where we are? Because we haven't got that much energy, it means we can rest again tonight. Oh, sorry, I've gone into there, haven't I? I need another card, a couple of cards. Oh, locations. Oh dear. What's wrong with me? So, 106 goes there, and 113 goes there. Ooh. Hello. Boing. I'm a wizard. What we got up there? We've got Mirror Lake. And the 4 Dwellers Mounds. Oh, hello, treasure hunts. Ooh. So, I still think it makes sense to rest. Not do much today. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to become exhausted because that causes me damage. So what I'm going to do is whoop, turn it over. Spend 1 point to explore. So, wink. And we're exploring the Hunter's Grove. It's still here, as always. Enormous, empty eye sockets start to watch you as soon as you descend into the moss-covered basin. The horns, as wide as a longship, are now home for countless birds. Inside the vast skull lies a quiet, candlelit shrine with several straw mattresses strewn about. The local hunters call this ancient skull the Stagfather and lay claims and offerings around it. Legend says the Stagfather takes the dreamers away to join him on a great hunt. If you don't have the tracker status, go to 3. Well, we have the... Oh no, tracker, sorry. No, we don't have tracker, do we? No, we don't. So we can sleep in the shrine, dig through the offerings, or deface the shrine. Oh, that's a bit nasty. Let's have a dig through the offerings. I know it's a bit cheeky, but I'm a young adventurer. I've got nothing. I need gear. So, dig through the offerings, verse 4. Clearly, if they'd left their coins there, they didn't want them anymore, right? Yeah. If you don't have part 5 of the pillager status, oh hello, pillager status. No, I do not. Gain 1 wealth, and gain part 5 of the pillager status. Pillager. There's only 5 of them, so I don't know whether that's such a good thing or not. Each party with 1 or more owly symbol-y thingies, spirituality, gain a madness. Expiration ends. Okay, so that's fair enough. Had a little rut around. Nick some shiz. That leaves me with one more action possibly. What's the action there? Gather food. Not really much more I can do then, I think. Actions: explore, travel, location, inspect a menhir. Well, there isn't one. Nope. Character secret action items or pass. So I will pass, and that will end my day. So rest, nom 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 nom. That will restore 1 health. That's better. Feeling a bit more happier now. If you don't have enough food, you drop your thing to 0. Restore that to full. Advanced character, blah 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 blah. Goes to start of the day. So it's a new day. So remove expired menhirs and locations. Reduce times. That drops to 6. That drops to 1. Other time tokens. Reveal next event card. Good weather. First travel costs 1 less. Move guardians, pick active items, and then do your thing. Do your thing, baby, do your thing. Right, so what have we got? We've got the 4 dweller mounds. So there's treasure. We can go wealth. Well, there's the mirror lake. Rest by the lake. So, this menhir is going to run out. That's going to be a problem. Because if that runs out, then a lot of these disappear. So, can I get... Oh, I could start menhir here. I could do one here. Yep. Okay, so my first point today will be free. And I travel to here. Then, 1 point to explore. Now I can't put anything else on here because there's no menhirs near it. Right, let's have a little reading. And we're on 106. 106. Ah, Fighting Fantasy Game Book Days. Love it. If you have the Winds of Weirdness status, remove this location from the game and replace it with the location 123. Well, no, I do not, because that sounds scary. The mist-covered mounds resonate with the sound of spades and pickaxes. Once, only the insane treasure hunters worked here, but as more and more gold emerged from under the earth, those burial grounds turned into a regular mine. Or at least almost regular. People still disappear or go mad here on occasion. So, wander deep into the mounds or chat with the miners. Oh, hold on, there's a thing there. Activate a menhir. It's going to do 1 energy, 1 health, 2 wealth, and food. Phew. Well, I can't do it because I ain't got enough goodies. So let's have a little snout around, shall we? So let's wander deep into the mounds. Verse 1. No one was ever able to count the mounds, and the most experienced miners claim new ones keep arriving, although no one can explain how. How far dare you wander? So stick to places where other miners work, or go beyond the currently explored part. What's the symbol for that one? That's courage. Let's go just beyond the current explored bit. So we pay 1 of these, 1 energy, and then roll a d6 and add +1 for each of your courage points. I have 1. 6 + 1 is 7. Check your result in verse 8. You reach the heart of the mounds and stop, awestruck. Go to verse 3. A burial mound taller than all the others emerges from the mist in front of you, its front gate betraying the same shine as all the old steel items. You feel uneasy, This is not a good place for a mortal to be. Oh, heck. Oh, well, now I found it, it'd be rude not to have a little root around, would it? So, dig into the mound, verse 9. After a minute of exhausting work, you can hear a chilling sound close by. Your labour has attracted something you'd rather avoid. Each party member gains 1 wealth. Draw 2 cards from the purple encounter deck and resolve the one with the highest value. Ugh. So 2 from the purple deck. Highest value, they're both the same. So I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3, it's the first one. 4 to 6, it's the second one. It's the second one. So it's the Travelling Merchant. I can draw 3 random items. Where are the oh, there they are, items. So 1, 2, 3. What does he say? I can buy any craftable one from here. Craftable items have the C on them. So I can have a javelin or a fishing net. How much is it going to cost me? That's the question. Where's the card? You can buy any card for 1 wealth and any other card for 2 wealth. I think I'm going to spend 1 wealth to have the javelin. Because I have got a combat card that goes on about throwing things. And I've never had anything. Well, now I have. After that, choose one. Attempt to break through the gate or leave. So I either need, to go through the gate, I need the Old Steel Smasher secret, which I do not have, or 2 ferocity, aggression. I have 2. Open these gates! Bah! Do you know who I am? Verse 10. As you strike the gate, a piercing wail staggers you. You push some scraps of cloth deep into your ears and continue. Soon, a crack appears on the surface of the gate, then another one. Finally, the metal crumbles, letting out a piercing cry that makes your ears bleed. Inside, you find a labyrinth of interconnected rooms and corridors filled with items that defy description. You stumble out hours later, dazed and confused. You didn't even think to grab something to sell, but the knowledge that crept into your mind instead is precious. If you have secret card 11, each party member gains 1 magic and your exploration rate ends. Otherwise, we gain secret card 11. 11, 11, 11. 11, where are you? It's 12. I should put these in order, really, shouldn't I? Just laziness. Oh, I have got it. It's bloody the menhirs, isn't it? Twat. Alright, where was it? Where was it? Where was it? If you have secret 11, yeah, each party gains 1 magic. Ball bags. And exploration ends. So. Food is short again. How much do the thingies on the old distancey thing? Basic rules. 1. So if I go to there, right, gotcha. Okay, so we've got 4 energy left, so we're going to spend 1 to go to the Warriors Fair down here, which means we'll get a card down here. It's just off the table from you lot, you won't be able to see it, but it's 108 and it's Grubwood. which leads us to the Forlorn Swords, which are just off of the bottom here. In fact, we'll go to there. Just put that Madge there. Right. So at Warriors Fair, we spend 4 energy when going to combat trial. Yeah, I don't think so. But what I am going to do is spend 1 energy to explore. So we flip that over. What do we get? Ooh, stuff to read. 103. The Sea of Tents bustles with the sound of combat and haggling, though you can't help but notice that even in this festival has grown smaller since last year. It's a strange place. On one side, lords and rich merchants from all over the island. On the other, young men trying to prove themselves in combat and earn a contract, or a rare lone warrior looking for a new master. We can learn about Kanak's champions and their expedition. Aha. Take part in the grand tournament. Yeah. Explore the City of Tents, but only if you have part 1 of Helping Hands, or buy a contract and try to sell it for a profit. Well, no, I'm obviously going to do number 1 because we need to expand our story, don't we? So, go verse 1. It doesn't take long before you meet some island merchants who saw a party like the one you were looking for on the road to Timberwall Hold 3 weeks ago. It appears the heroes of Kanak journeyed to find entry to the cursed ruins of the 4-dweller capital, Talthan, yeah, that'll do, with plans to retrieve something of great value. Weird and troubling news. Maybe there's something else to learn. Search for more witnesses or leave. Search for more witnesses is going to cost me 1 energy, which I'm going to have to do because I need to know. So that 1 energy takes me to exhausted. Exhausted wounds me. Oh, me wound! Oh, me wound! Verse 7. After a while, travellers' faces start to blur with one another. Approaching a new group, you find you no longer remember whether you've already talked to them or not. You're about to give up when you notice an old, hunched scold sitting by the mead tent. You join him and soon discover he might know something, or he wants to cheat some drinking money out of you. Fair enough. So I can pay. Oh, I got 1 wealth though. I can convince him to talk, which will be flappy bird thing. No chance of that. Or let him be. Oh, me and him are going to get drunk. Come on in. Spend the money. The Skald met the heroes of Kanak a week ago, just south of Farshire. There are only 3 of them left, tired and wounded and shocked by Lord Duane's death. The Skald face goes grey as he mentions a creature chasing them, an apparition bearing a pale 3-eyed mask of a 4-dweller. Oh. New task. It seems you have to hurry to find the group before it's too late. Gain part 6 of the Fate of Expedition status. Fate of the Expedition. Fate of the Expedition, what was that, 6? Part 6. There's a little thing on here. It says when you have parts 1 to 8 of the status, go to the special bit in the especially bit. Well, we haven't got that. And exploration ends. Whoa, that's not good. So they've been seen on the West Road, heading toward Timber what? Timber... just south of Farshire. Where's the map? Get me the map! Farshire is there. We are here. Is that Warriors Fair, maybe? No, is this something? Well, Madge. So that will be the end of my exploration, and I think we have to call it that for the day as well. And there's nothing at Warrior Fair at all. So that night we rest, we consume 1 food. That goes up by 1. This only goes up to 4 because I was exhausted again. Oh, bugger. So, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go indeed? So, start the next day. Now this is where something happens, because that menhir becomes a 0. Now is that taken off now or next turn? Basic rules. Whenever a menhir goes dark, parts of the land soon sink to the primal forces of weirdness, except for small isolated pockets that left reality, blah 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 blah. Start of each day, you'll be asked to discard any location that no longer have a range for active menhir. All characters on any thingy. Yeah. No. So these go down. So start a new day. These go down to 5. That one goes. So next turn that will disappear. Reveal next event card. Chapter 2. Oh, this is a special one. So it's Chapter 2, Part 2. Many people can no longer believe their farmhold can survive. You meet them on the trail as they run with their meagre possessions. You do your best to convince them that even an inactive menhir offers some protection in this vicinity, allowing isolated pockets of civilization to survive. They do not listen and choose the dangers of the trail instead. Each player gains 1 free diplomacy deck advancement. Oh, hello. So, quickly just go to my diplomacy stuff. Whipsy through to diplomacy advancements. Have a quick shuffly waffly of those. Grab one, stick it on there. I'm not going to look at it, because that's how crazy I am. So we've done those. We've done the dials. Place 6, -1 per player. -6, -1 is 5. On top of the event. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a hint on here as well. Do not let the weirdness surround you. Always check the nearby menhirs in advance and have a plan to ready to activate them if necessary. I've got no choice. I'm going to have to go check that one. Because if that one goes out, well, it's going out now. It's about to go dark at the end of the term. If that goes out, then then all locations that are in range, so that will be, if that goes out, there'll be bomb. No, because that's active. If that goes out, then that'll go, and that'll go. And we'll end up with 2 damage and 2 bloody nuts. And we get shifted as well. Oh, that's not good. So What we got? Nothing. Ooh. Okay, so we're going to have to... We haven't got much bloody energy. 1 point to travel back to here. Now for nothing, I can check what it needs to activate it. Right, so we're going to need the Menier's Right secret card and the Stone Shaper's tool. We haven't got that. So that one will be going out and there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, so we're going to 1 point to explore. And that was 101. So, feeling of dread fills everything in Connect, from dilapidated farms to sunken eyes of those who remain in the town. The men in the market is all but extinguished, and everyone brave or resourceful enough has left. We have the Winds of Weirdness status. I do not. If you have Secret 66, I do not. If you have the Hunter's Mark, I do. Go to verse 6. So, 3 women mourn in the front of the long hall. One of them has lost her child, a girl of 8 recently butchered like an animal in the hills outside of Connacht. You feel your legs giving way. The faint memories of a night hunt now burn your mind like hot iron. You stumble away, trying not to look at the mourners' faces. Oh, please don't say it was me. If you don't have part 1 of the morning song status, each party goes blah blah blah. I do not have morning song. Oh no, morning song. No, we don't. So we gain 2 madness. Oh no. No, it's a Gadisa. And then gain part 1 of the morning song status. Where is it? There's only 2 parts of that. Then choose one of the following. Visit the families of the champions. Ask the town people for help. Rest of the day in your home. Wander the alleys twisted by the weirdness. No, thank you. I really need to rest up. I have to rest up. So, verse 5. Many would refuse to call this place a home, but the familiar settings brings you some much needed serenity. As you lay to rest in your bed, you can't help but wonder whether it's the last night you'll ever spend under this roof. If there's an active men here in this location, each party member gains 2 health, thank you, and loses 2 mentalness. Woohoo! Mentalness is not a word. If there's no men here at this location, blah 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 blah. You pass for the rest of the day, the exploration ends. So, exploration has ended. End of the day. Rest. Consume food. Health and everything's okay. Restore that to that. And is there a dream? Yes, there is. In your restless dream, a pale lady rises from the water, her eyes milky and her skin spoiled with rot. She whispers something in your ear. Her breath smells of sea salt, kelp and rotten fish. You better remember the words. There was something about 3 enigmas. One hidden under the Isle of the Dead, one clutched in the grasp of burned hands and arms, and one buried in a mist-covered mound. What could it mean? So that will be the end of that new day. It's the start of a new day. Right, so this now goes, whoop, which means this goes, this goes, and this goes, and that goes. Oh, bit bleak. That drops to 4. I'm going to need to wake up another men here at some point. Bugger. So, event. Good weather. So, first trip of the day is not going to cost us anything. So, where to go? Where to go? Where's the old rule book? Right. Okay, so we are okay, so I'm going to spend my first free one to go to the Hunter's Grove. Unfortunately though, it's not going to spawn a card because I've got to be within range of the men here, and it's not, so I can't go this way. So now I'm going to spend another point. Well, that's my first point, sorry, because of the thing, to go to the Mirror Lake. So for 0 points, I can rest by the lake. I can gain 1 energy and 1 healing. That's really good. And lose 1 nut. Nice, but there's nowhere else I can go from here. So I'm going to spend 1 point to explore. Explore. And we're on the Mirror Lake. 113. Ooh. 113. The Lady Lake. Right, do I have the Winds of Weirdness thing? No, I do not. That gets mentioned a lot. Remove this location from the game and replace it with 122. Ooh, otherwise, read on. The sky and the reflective surface of this calm highland lake merge into one before your eyes. A feeling of serenity washes over you. You feel tempted to lie down on the sandy bank and stay here until the end of the world, but then stories of an alien being living in the lake's depths reverberate in the back of your mind, bringing you back to Earth. Summon the Lady of the Lake, swim to the island in the lake, or hunt. Judging from tracks and sand, many animals come here to drink. I am out of food, so I'm going to have to go hunting. A hunting I will go, a hunting I will go, a hunting we will go. If there's a time token on this location, go to verse 10. Otherwise, go to verse 5. Killing game in sacred places is frowned upon, but at least you won't have to wait long. Within minutes, a wild pig emerges from the forest and starts to lap at the water. Your attack surprises it, as if it never expected a predator in this place. Moments later, as you butcher the pig on the sand, you experience a sudden surge of dread. You're sure something is watching you from under the mirror-like surface of the water, and it isn't pleased. Oh dear. Gain 2 food. Each party member loses 1 rep. I don't have any. And gains 1 madness. And place a time token on this location. If you have part 6 or part 7 of the fate of the expedition, part 6 or 7, I have part 6. And if you don't have Fail's legacy, which I do not, go to verse 11. Oh dear. Returning from the hunt, you stumble upon a strange set of tracks leading east. A strange creature pursued a group of 3 human travellers. The creature's heavy boots left footprints too large for a human, yet too small for a giant, their soles full of swirling lines like a huge fingerprint. If you don't have part 1 of the disturbing information status, each party member gains 1 experience and then gains part 1 of this status. I get the feeling, did they say eastwards? If they've gone east, they've gone east. We might be on their trail now. Ooh. New task, search Tangle route to the east to try to discover more tracks. Exploration ends. Okay, that's good. That's good news. Sounds like we're finally on the right track. Now, question is, have we got the energy to carry on? I think we have. So 1 point to travel. Whip into Tanglefoot. Dun 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 dun, Tanglefoot. Now again, I still can't progress the map any further because there's no one, it's not near enough to the men here. So there's an action here I can take. It's 2 energy to gather food, which will gather 2 food and draw 1 green encounter. But I'm not going to do that. I am going to spend 1 last point to explore. So flip it over. Tangle route. The oldest and largest forests of Avalon is split in half by a deep gorge. Roots of enormous trees burst out of its slopes and turn the trail from the south to the north of the island into a dangerous maze. Wooden planks, suspended bridges and lanterns tended by the sworn brotherhood of trailkeepers makes this road only slightly more manageable. As you enter, you hear human shouts and animal cries echoing deep in the gorge. We can delve into the gorge. Well, there's nothing like delving into a good gorge, is there? Visit the Trailkeeper's Lodge or pay your respects, but that requires Arav and Fail's legacy, which we don't have. Let's come on in, let's delve into the gorge. The central part of the gorge disappears to the north just after you enter. It branches off into several other smaller ravines. Many tracks disappear into them, left in the clay at the bottom of the gorge. If you have part 5 or part 6 or part 7 of the fates of the expedition status and you don't have Thingamajig's legacy, turn to verse 7. Well, that's us. An imprint of heavy boots immediately catches your attention. Too large for a man, too small for a giant. Their soles full of swirling lines like the tips of your fingers. Could it be the same creature that chased the expedition? Follow this trail or visit one of the smaller ravines. Fuck that, mate, we're after it. Come on, you bastard. So, where do we go? Verse 10. Following the trail, you find more and more blood, until finally, in one of the blind corners, you come across one of the members of the first expedition. Tracker Failed stands with his back to a wall in the ravine, propped up by a giant spear lodged in his gut, head tilted back and eyes staring toward a silent grey sky. He's been dead for at least several days, but the scavengers haven't touched his body. It could be because the spear that slew him is made of solid, weird steel. You can't leave your compatriot like that. As you try to remove the spear, you notice that Fail scribbled something on the wall of the gorge with his own blood. 50 paces back, empty log. Following the directions, you find a small sack lodged in a dead tree. It seems whoever killed Fail couldn't read human runes, As you reach into the sack, your eyes wide with amazement. Gain part 7 of the fate of the expedition. Bloop, bloop. If you're playing chapter 2, 3 or 3, go to... Oh, we've got one of these jigamy Jews. So what's a jigamy Jew, you say? That doesn't even sound real. What it is you've got these little iconic things here. Okay, it's a 3-number puzzle. Now what you do is the direction of the skulls refer to the coin. And if you line up the direction of the skulls with the direct symbol, you get a number. And with those numbers, you go to the secret bit of the book. Ooh! So, we are going to page 443. So 443 in the Book of Secrets. 443. As you reveal the golden object, you feel your head spin. It's the Grail! You have no doubt about it. You've seen its stone rendition in the hands of Connacht's men here. The surface of the cup is strangely slick, like the skin of a wet fish. It smells of water and kelp. After a moment, you also notice a small note in the bottom Fail's bag. Our pursuer is relentless. It never sleeps. We had to split up, so at least one of us reaches Camelot. If you found this note, it means I wasn't the lucky one. Please, visit my home in Whiting and tell my wife everything. I don't want her to wait forever for someone who won't come back. I wish you more luck than I had, Fail. Nothing about the Grail. As if it wasn't important as his parting words to his wife. Congratulations! This ends your current chapter. Get in! Each party member gains 1 experience and 1 magic. Gains secret card 8. Boom, chicka boom, chicka boom, 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 chicka 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 boom. 8, 8, 8, 8. 8, 8, 8. They're not the number of the beast. There's 8. There's 8. What's 8? What's 8? Shall we see? The Tainted Grail. Gain 1 magic at the start of the day. And that's a relic. Okay. Add 1 mark to something is watching status. Discard all event cards, including active quests. Then save your game. Then take the Chapter 3A setup card and follow all of its instructions. New task, deliver Fail's final words to his wife in Whiting. Oh, that's sad. That's really sad. So, we've succeeded. Well, when I say succeeded, you don't really succeed in this, you kind of make your way through. Should have been up there. You've been looking at the wrong bit of map for the last hour. So, that's chapter 2 done. So what I'm going to do is to note down all my bits and pieces and save the game. Well, there you go. We're getting there. We're cracking on through. So, we're going to have to go back to Whiting, which is... Oh, that's handy. That's just to the south of us. So that's all good and dandy. There you go. That's that anyway. So I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you're going to watch us for some more Tainted Grail in the future. And as usual, there are things you can do to help out the channel. You know most of them by now. The main one, obviously, apart from giving us £1 million, is to... This could get confusing. Is to like and subscribe If you liked it, want to subscribe. If you don't like it, don't want to subscribe, you don't have to like and subscribe, but we would like it if you liked and subscribed. Until next time, stay hammered. Dun 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 dun.